What's up everybody, Hussam is here and today I'm going to tell you 5 things you should know before visiting Georgia. From the beautiful city of Borjomi, a very beautiful city with a very green area, a very interesting national park. This video will be about 5 things you should know before visiting Georgia. I'm going to tell you about the things that you will find in the streets everywhere. If you are dealing with any Georgians, you should know and consider them. It will be interesting video and you will enjoy it. I will show you a lot of beautiful views, a lot of beautiful landscapes from Borjomi. And now from the center of Borjomi, stay tuned and see you in a second.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating, and the air gets tough just breathing. I'm alone but I'm still feeling like someone's with me. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me, like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there.
This is Borjomi. So, if you are coming to Georgia, you should consider these 5 things. Let's start with the first one. You should just accept the Georgian hospitality. That means if you get any gift from any Georgian, you should accept it. You cannot refuse, you cannot reject. Even if you don't need it, even if you don't know what is it, even if you don't going to do anything with it, you should accept it. If you refuse, it's a big deal. Yes, it's a big deal. So you should accept this gift no matter of anything else. Just accept the gift and say madloba. The second thing you should know, that if you are going to visit any Georgians, if you have a friend, if you are going to pay a visit to any of the Georgian families in their home, it's considered respectful to buy a gift with you. Like if you are going to visit them, you should buy something as a gift with you. And in this place, if you are in their homes, you should accept anything. They will offer you to drink, you should drink. They will offer you to eat, you should eat. You cannot refuse anything. And if you do refuse, they will be sad. They might become angry at you. راجل راجل مودي كاجي مارجس تكاكريلو شيل يا عم الحاج. As you saw, I was just talking about their hospitality and they just stopped me in the street and give us food, wine and cake, and they insist also for us to take a watermelon. Can you imagine?
Bring it back now. If you turn around, you gon' face the lead. Shooting from
just finished my sulfur bath now, and let's talk about these things that you should know before visiting Georgia. You should take these things into consideration, and you should make sure to use my advices and tips in this video. So, number 3. Just finished my sulfur bath now in this here in Burjumi, the beautiful city of Burjumi, and now let's talk about the number 3 thing you should know before visiting Georgia. You might, while you are walking in the street in Tbilisi or in Batumi, you might find someone who's stopping you and asking you, "Do you have a cigarette?" Yeah, it's serious here. It's one will stop you on the street and asking you if you have a cigarette. If you are smoking, you should give him one cigarette. And if you didn't, you might hear a lot of insultations in Georgian. You will not understand these insultations, but it will be in Georgian. So if you are smoking or if you have a cigarette box in your hand, you should consider giving a cigarette for this man, boy, sometimes girls. They will stop you on the street and they will ask you if you have a cigarette. It's normal here, and they do it with each other. It's not about you are a foreigner or you look like a foreigner. They do it with each other like normal Georgian. So you should give him or her a cigarette unless you want to hear some insultation in Georgian, which should start with some voices like this. So you should take this into consideration. The thing number 4 that you should know before visiting Georgia, that if you are walking in the street, there are a lot of poor people who will try to stop you and ask you for money. They will tell you money mister, or they only know these words, and they might say help me or some stuff, and they are asking for money. If you want to give them, it's up to you. If you don't, and they are annoying you, you should say only this word, "ara," which means no in Georgian. And when you say this word with this strong voice, they will leave you in your own. So you should know this word, "ara," with this strong voice, because you might need it if you are going to find some people like this in anywhere in your trip or while you are living in Georgia. You should know that Georgian girls are very strong. Most of the jobs in the country have been done by girls. So in the history, there was a ruler in Georgia, a queen. Her name is Queen Tamara, and in Georgian language in Georgian history they call her King Tamara. She ruled this country and she was a good ruler, and in the history all Georgian people respect her and they love her. So if you will go in any time in a relationship with a Georgian girl, you should be careful. If you are an asshole, you will get beaten and you will have much trouble. So just take this into your consideration.
I'll be dreaming. I'll be dreaming. I'll be dreaming. I'll be dreaming.
Did you enjoy the green views of Burjumi? Our way to Tbilisi was very easy. We came in 2 hours. It took us 2 hours from Burjumi, this beautiful place, this beautiful city, to Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia again. And now in Tbilisi, in Rustaveli Avenue, and this is Rustaveli himself. Rustaveli was a poet and he's a very famous character in the Georgian history. So each center of any city in Georgia, the main avenue in any city in Georgia, its name is Rustaveli. Like here in Tbilisi, the center of the city, has a Rustaveli Street and Rustaveli Avenue. In Kutaisi, the center of Kutaisi is Rustaveli Street and Rustaveli Avenue. In Batumi, the same situation. Even in the small villages, there's a name, there's a street which is in the center of the village, and its name is Rustaveli. So this guy is very famous here in Georgia, and Georgian really love him, love his poem, and he's a well-known character in the Georgian history. What you should know about Georgia and Georgians that the food here is very cheap and it's very delicious. So be prepared to eat a lot of food that will make you very fat. I am complaining about myself. You see, all of this made in Georgia, all of this fat, all of this fat I gained in Georgia. So food here is very cheap and very delicious. So be prepared to eat a lot. And if you care about your shape, if you care about your body, you should be careful while eating Georgian food. Also, what you should know here in Georgia that Georgian people are very religious. The most of Georgians are Christian Orthodox, so it's normal and it's very normal here to find anyone in the street while walking, while driving, doing the cross. Yeah, doing the cross. No, you should do it with your right hand here, and you should do it like the right first and then the left. This is how Orthodox Georgian do it. So if you are with a taxi driver in a taxi or if you are in a bus, you might find the driver doing this move, doing this praying like this every single minute. And this is normal here, so it's safe and nothing is going to happen. You should just know and understand this is a part of their religion and their beliefs, and they do it like normally. They don't without anything, like while they are walking, while they are driving the cars. So it's normal to see them doing that most of the time, and it's normal here. There is nothing specific and there's nothing dangerous. It's safe. You should know also that driving in Georgia is a very weird and dangerous experience. If you didn't drive in a country that the traffic is weird, like Egypt, if you didn't drive in that country, that type of country, if you just drive in some countries, some modern countries like European or America or Dubai or this kind of countries where the traffic rules are very respected, driving in Georgia will be dangerous for you. And the traffic here are crazy, drivers are crazy, so don't try to drive in Georgia if you didn't drive in any of the third world countries. So driving here is a dangerous experience. However, public transportation costs are very cheap and it covers all of the areas of Georgia, all of the cities, all of the streets, all of the villages. You can reach anywhere in Georgia by public transportation and it costs nothing. It's very cheap, and you can use public transportation easily by asking some people and by asking some people who are living here or just the citizens, the Georgians themselves, and they will help you to find the public transportation to your destination. In general, Georgia is a safe country and it's very safe here. But if you have any problem, if you get any problem, make sure to contact the police in any time. They will be with you wherever you are, whenever you call them in 5 minutes. It takes them 5 minutes, sometimes 10, to find you and to come to you. So make sure if you get in any trouble, just contact the police and they will solve the problem. Comparing to the neighbor countries here, the police are corrupted, like in Turkey, Azerbaijan, the police, and in Russia for sure. The police are very corrupted. Police here are very professional and corruption is not exist in the low level. I don't know about the high levels, but normally in the low level there's no corruption. You cannot bribe a police officer, and if you try to bribe them, it will be a big problem for you. It will be a serious problem. You will be and in jail. So don't think that Georgia is like Turkey or Azerbaijan or Russia. Georgia is totally different in this issue, and police here are not corrupted comparing to this country. If you are coming and you intend to stay in Georgia for a long time, a month, 2 months, 3 months, it's easy to open a bank account here. It takes like this. It takes 10 minutes to open a bank account, and it doesn't matter if you are a visitor, if you are a tourist or a resident of Georgia. You can open a bank account with your passport in just 10 minutes. So keep your money in Georgian banks, and it's very easy here to open a bank account. You can use the ATM cards in all of the shops, in all of the places, in the markets. So it's really good to open a bank account here. If you are coming to Georgia to do a business, it takes you 1 day to start your company, and for that you can watch this video up there I made about registering a company in Georgia. It's very easy, and it takes 1 day to open a company here. So if you have any question, just don't forget to comment below, and I will be happy if you just subscribe and like this video. Ask me whatever you want here in the comments, and I will be happy to answer you. Don't forget again to subscribe and hit the notification bell, that when I release any new videos you get notified.